Good morning. Good morning. Be interested to see how this turns out. I got a text at 8:59 and I responded to it, and then when I went to my when I went to my when I went to do everything, it looks like I don't have a thumbnail for today. So I don't know if I did something wrong, but it was what it is. I'm turning over the phones tonight. That's issue number one. If I have like lines on my this is a new sweater that I got for Christmas. If I have any lines on it or something, I don't know how to fix it on my camera, so I apologize in advance. I don't know about you, but the news is pretty freaking terrible. And I mean terrible in the sense it's not interesting or not positive. The war in Ukraine is not something that I'm really excited about. And I'm not choosing side. It's just bizarre. I think the one thing I would like to talk about is it's amazing to me. You have this, you'll have these pictures and there'll be a picture, it'll be a company, be like something. There was one the other day with a lady that was an old looking woman, and she had been in her apartment in Kiev and she had been bombed, and she managed to make it out alive, and a wonderful story. And it turns out it's fake. The picture was taken like 2002 in a different war. So the war of propaganda, I think, in this particular case, is strong, and I think it's our first social media war, and it's fascinating to me. There are people that are on Twitter that are allowed to invade countries, and they're allowed to be on Twitter. They can invade countries. Other people can't. It's amazing to me the craziness of the world, and I mean totally just nuts. Yeah. I don't know that it's going to get better. If people think that things are going well right now, like in general, regardless of who's president or in the Congress or anywhere, just if you think things are going well right now, or they've never been better, okay. I think that's okay. I think that you're entitled to think whatever you want to think. But I just like going through the Google Trends today, trying to find some news that was fun and enjoyable. Nothing. I mean, here's how miserable it is. Like, today is National Pancake Day. Okay, well, that's nice, right? I like pancakes. I don't really like them. I mean, I don't wake up in the morning and say I want a pancake. I mean, maybe some eggs and bacon, but pancake on the side, certainly not number one thing. And so IHOP has co-opted the International Pancake Day. So anything you read is, IHOP is sponsoring free pancakes from 9 to 4, and it's going to go. All the proceeds are going to go to help some charity, which is great. I have no problem with that. But it's commercialized, okay. And then we have Mardi Gras. Everybody's excited about Mardi Gras, and so I was looking up, king cake. I don't need an exhaustive review. I don't need a 14-page review on how to make a king cake, who has the best king cakes and all that. I don't care enough about it to be interested. Like, it's a cake, go buy it. Done. Where can I buy one? That'd be nice. It's fascinating. Like, if I was in a different mood, would it hit me differently? Yes. Maybe I'd look. I mean, the thing I read about the king cake that was interesting is that it used to be if they would put a bean in the cake, and if you were the one that found the bean in your cake, congratulations, they're going to eat you. Yeah, totally different than now. Like, they found a baby and it's, oh, this is great. Not like a real baby. You know what's up with the king cake. I don't have to explain it to you. That's why it's not interesting. Like, I worry that that's the life that I'm living in. Is the things they're not new, they're not interesting anymore. How many Mardi Gras have I been on the planet for now? 44. You know, okay. You know, how many times have I read about a king cake over Mardi Gras? Probably 30 years. It just keeps happening. And I mean, I, I want to be excited. I want to be happy about things, but just, it's just not interesting to me. So how are you? I guess what am I feisty? Not really feisty. No. Resigned. I'd go with resigned. I just don't know. I just don't know. I think, like, let me confess my problems. I think that I have a car, my wife's car, and it smokes when you start it. It's embarrassing. And I want to get it fixed because used car prices are ridiculous right now. Well, to fix it's like $2,000. And then it's like, why are you putting $2,000 in a car that, you know, is just continually going to die? It's getting old, needs to go. You need a new car. I don't want to buy a brand new car. I don't have the money for that. That's ridiculous. And so I'm sitting here and I'm racking my brain trying to figure out the best decision possible. And I know what the best decision possible is. It's to get the thing fixed because it smokes and it looks terrible. But then the transmission makes a noise. So even if you fix the engine, then the transmission goes, you got to pay for that. You know, what am I going to have? Like 5,000 in a car that's probably worth 6. It's just not a good decision. You know, we talk about this all the time. Yesterday's podcast was about buyers' concerns going into the process. You know, what are they most concerned about? And I think I found like 10 things. And they were reasonable. Like, to be concerned about crime. I'd be concerned about crime in an area or the perception of. You know, we've talked about crime quite a bit on the channel as far as how it relates to real estate. I think everybody wants to live in a safe community. It's just how you define safe. And my favorite example is the Shrewsbury Walmart. Shrewsbury Walmart, if they catch you shoplifting, they will call the police. Okay? And so they do. People do steal and they get caught. And that's just the way it is. And a lot of people, like at least once a week. And so it looks like a high crime area, right? It's perfectly green everywhere else. And then you look at this one spot and it's bright red. There's also a murder there a couple years ago, but it was in the alley. And it was homeless people. And how do I say this? People were up to no good and it ended up badly for them. You know, and whatever you want to say about the homeless situation. I mean, if you want to say I think it's a mental disease. I think we're not taking care of our homeless, but what I don't mean is that, because you're homeless, we need to buy you a house. I mean, there's a difference there, you know. It's really your perception, I guess. I don't know. I think it's in that case, if they would have had the help that they needed, would the person be dead? How valuable is someone's life? For me, it's the number one thing. So anyway, on the crime thing is, I understand that. Another thing is like home values. They want their home values to stay high while they own their house. They don't want them to go down. I understand that. We have issues with taxes. People want to live in a low tax environment. Do you have anything wrong with someone wanting to live in a low tax environment? I don't. I don't trust a politician that says they're going to lower their taxes though. I think where I'm at recently is that there's the Uniparty, which is Democrats and Republicans are the same essentially. They may throw out red meat for their constituents, okay, but for the most part they vote, you know, pretty much to the benefit of the corporations and not the people. And I have no use for the whole setup at this point. Now, that sounds a little vicious. Was it 9:10 on the morning? I'm sorry. It's just, you know, I get kind of sick of everything. So anyway, I got to fix this car. Can't buy a used car right now because prices are through the roof. So I got to fix the car. I got to find a mechanic that'll do the job. And will they do it right? Like, what else are they going to find when they're in there? So it's, and you say, well, John, why don't you do it yourself? You like to, I don't think, if it was not a daily driver, okay, I would think about it. But I don't have the tools that I need, and I don't have the time. And you say, well, why don't you have the time? Bad. My time is, I see that as I'm older. It's just my time running away. It's tough. So, yeah, need to fix the car. Real estate wise, I got some houses it looks like tonight that have come active. I don't know if the people want to see them today. I'll have to check in with that later. An update on trying to get my videos out faster, trying to do more with the clips. I got 2 clips out yesterday. They're not in 4K. My podcast I didn't put in 4K yesterday. Did more people watch the podcast because it wasn't in 4K? No. I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have a lot of time yesterday. I kept getting, I'd start a task and I'd work really hard on it, and then somebody would call me and interrupt me. And it happened pretty much from like, oh gosh, it pretty much happened, how do I say it? It happened right when I got done with the live stream. Basically, the rest of the day, I was like, I'll eat lunch here, and it didn't work out. And then I was like, I'll do this, and it didn't work out. And somebody wanted to talk about a real estate deal. It didn't work out. It's a whole day. And then, as I was doing that, I was writing out. Lately, I've been writing out podcasts. I don't know why. And I don't know if they're better production-wise. But it's just been something I've doing, and that's taken like an hour. And then whenever I get interrupted, it takes me longer and longer and longer. I wanted to shoot the podcast around 11 yesterday, and I'm shooting it at 5, releasing the video around 7. I finished working at like 9. And it just wasn't pleasing. Like right now, I have one viewer that normally watches. They've disappeared. I don't know what's going on with that. YouTube search today, or as far as the YouTube channel, not great. Not great. The Clips channel did pretty well. The Livestream channel did the main channel did pretty well. The Livestream channel did okay relative to its newness, and the Clips channel is just dormant. It's YouTube is, and then the whole, by the way, I just want to go over this between you and I, because there's, so many of you out there. The Clips, this idea that the YouTube algorithm is going to find these people for you that are going to watch your videos is a joke. It's just a joke. They're not, I mean, if you can't generate an audience to watch your stuff, you're not going to make it. So just for all you creators out there that are like, hey, I'll just create this great content and then people show up. No, not really. Not really. Not on the type of stuff I've seen. Now maybe that was true 2 years ago or 4 years ago or 10 years ago, but not happening now. Maybe it'll change. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Anyway, so real happy stuff today. Just everything I see is just ugh. So, can I change? Yes. Will I change? Yeah. I'll get myself back in the right shape soon. First of the month, the day I get to pay a bunch of bills, that always makes me happy. So that's where we're at. I don't have a lot of stuff today. I mean, we can do article after article. We've got some nice houses in Irvine. I would like to talk about one article today that I saw on Google Trends, and let's go to that right now. Let's just do that. We'll switch over here. And it says, opinions, should St. David's Day be a bank holiday in Wales? Now, you say, John, you live in the United States. I do. I do live in the United States. But you say, John, what is St. David's Day? I don't know. I don't know. So, well, John, why are we learning about this? Well, to me, I think there's a whole world out there. And I think that there's lots of problems in the world. But it's okay. Like, I don't think we're going to go through time without having problems. And I'm not trying to solve any problems, really. It's nice to see problems that don't affect you. I mean, quite frankly, if we don't have St. David's Day be a bank holiday in the United States, that's okay, because I don't even know about it. But people in Wales are apparently considering it. I find that fascinating. I don't know why. I just, should it be a bank holiday? I don't know. Why not? Why not? So here we go. Let's go through it. It says, tomorrow, Wales celebrates our patron saint for St. David's Day. Although it's a Welsh tradition to celebrate St. David on March 1st, with youngsters wearing traditional Welsh clothes and costumes to school and people tucking into Welsh cakes. I don't even know what that means. I don't know if that means eating them or actually tucking them in something. The day is not a bank holiday. Now, one of the things I wanted to point out is this the way the world has changed, the way I see it at least, is youngsters wearing traditional Welsh clothes and costumes to school. We've pretty much just destroyed any sort of idea in America that you can, celebrate anything unless it's according to the narrative, and then it's totally fine to celebrate. In some odd way, you're not allowed to be who you are, but then you are. If it's a very strange thing. It's just bizarre. Okay, so one of the things that I'm seeing in this Ukraine, Russia, is this nationalism, and I don't think it's bad. Like, Germany's like, we're Germany. This is how we think. Like, okay, and I'm like, we're Russia. This is how we think. United States is like, we don't have any identity. We don't know what we do. And then, like, we stand for democracy or something like that. It's just like, oh, you make me sick. Make me sick with that talk. Just, America goes and lectures other countries all the time, and it's gotten old. Fix your own problems in your backyard. And there's plenty of them. There's plenty of them to start. So, although St. Patrick's Day is a bank holiday in Northern Ireland, and St. Andrew's Day is a bank holiday in Scotland. Although banks are not required to close if they don't wish to, Wales and England do not have a bank holiday to celebrate their patron saints, St. David and St. George. For more than 2 decades, there's been a divided opinion, more than 2 decades, on whether St. David's Day should be made a bank holiday. We ask our readers via Facebook what they should, and there was a mixed response. Many people simply said yes, while others offered a bit more elaboration on their support. I'm just going to say this because these are not names that I would have or know about. Daphne Herapath wrote, "Why not? We're in Wales and Welsh also." Sarah Wells added 100% yes. It's interesting how they did percent. It was spaced. It should be a day of national celebration. I'm just checking my YouTube stats to make sure I'm not getting banned for talking about St. David's Day. I don't, because I don't know what the deal is. Some commenters recalled that when they were young, they would have a half day off school to celebrate St. David's Day, which could be a compromise. I don't know. I don't know if half day. I mean, if you're celebrating the day, why are you taking off half day? Why don't you just take off the whole day? I'm just looking at this from afar. Although many were in favor, there were also people against the idea. Beryl Davies wrote, and a day off for Grandparent Day, Mother's Day, Father's Day, and the Queen's birthday, Charles's birthday, etc. Why work at all? Any excuse for a day off. When I was young, we worked a 42-hour week. It did not hurt me. Kind of weird how they got a 42-hour week. We like to think of the traditional 40-hour week here in the United States, or we did. I don't know. Tom Risdale added, any lame excuse for a bank holiday these days, while Rob Edwards argued that there is too much time off already in this country. Any lame excuse for a bank holiday, and that's kind of where I'm at on holidays in general. Is it a holiday, number one, and then is it a bank holiday? It'd be good to know. It says some oppose the move with a focus on schools rather than work. Stephanie Yates wrote, schools get enough time off as it is, while Maria Sutton said, no children love a chance. No, comma. Children. Comma is important. Children love a chance to wear Welsh shirts and have Welsh flags. The little look so cute in the Welsh dresses. Great day at school. Keep it going. A happy day. Meanwhile, some people suggested that a bank holiday would not make a difference to many workers. Gareth James wrote, I work bank holidays anyway, so it makes no difference whatsoever to me and many others. Jonesy Jones, like that's a real name, added, only problem with that is that some people are forced to use bank holidays out of their holiday allowance, and that's not fair. I mean, a riveting debate in Wales. I don't even know where Wales is. I'm going to look it up. Oh, it's over there. It's part of the United Kingdom. You can't see it because it's right where my face box is. Oh, no, you can see it. It's over on the left. Wales. Part of the United Kingdom. I don't know what to think of that. It's kind of like, to me, I'll make it. I'll take a stab at it. You know, why not? Like jersey retirements in sports. Like, I'm even going base no frame on this one. Jersey requirements on sports. I don't even know. I do want to check this real quick. What's going on here? What's going on? It didn't pull up what I wanted. Not good. I don't know why. Why did it screw up? Let me see. Let me see what happened here. I had everything set up. It looks like I hit the wrong button. Or I hit the wrong day. That's why no one's on the live stream today. I hit the wrong day. That was the start of the day. Missing that. Anyway, let's go back to the, you know what? We're 25 minutes in. I'm not changing. I'll switch it all around later and everybody will be happy. There'll be fewer views because no one knows I'm live streaming. But you know what? I'm sure YouTube will find the algorithm will find my people. Who would be my people in the first place? I don't even know. Anyway, so you look at sports jerseys and retirements, okay? Like, let's assume that when I was a kid, there was the Ottawa Senators, and they were terrible at hockey. I don't know how they're doing now. I don't pay attention, but one of the coaches came in and said, "Look, you're terrible because you guys have numbers that are stupid. Like the highest number you can have is 99, and that's it. Don't deviate. There's no 3 numbers. That doesn't make any sense." Maybe it was like 20. I don't know. He made it so that there were fewer numbers. Okay, and let's see, the famous 99. Okay, that would be Wayne Gretzky, right? 66 would be Mario Lemieux. This is in hockey. I don't have any other sports that I want to work with this right now. But okay, so when you start retiring jersey numbers, then the other people can't wear the jerseys, and then you get more outlandish numbers as you go along. It's like, it's not that it loses. It does. It actually does. It waters down the being special about a jersey. And like when you have like an owner get their jersey retired and they didn't even play or they have nothing to do with it other than they own the team, that gets stupid looking. This is just me. Now you can come at me all you want to. I just don't understand. Like I liked the original plan to retire someone's jersey. Okay. I don't like, I mean, it's got to be for like the most special of occasions. Or else we're just going to have to switch to like different numbers. And you say, oh, no, not that. But seriously, that's kind of the way I think about holidays in the United States. It's like we've got a lot of them. Like today is National Pancake Day. I believe it's National Women's Month. We just left Black History Month. I'm not saying they're not important. No. I'm just saying, like, it's just all the time. You can't wake up and just have one day that's just like, we don't do anything today. It's just a regular day. Just a regular day. There's nothing about it. It's just a normal day. That's the world I'd like to live in. We just have one day. Like in a month, in a year. One day in a year. Like, hey, this is just a normal day. Nothing going on. It's not Pancake Day. It's not anything. I don't know if that'll ever be out there for people. I'm kind of mad at myself for messing up the live stream this morning. I mean, I literally just had to click a couple buttons and I couldn't even do that right. Anyway, so if they want to celebrate St. David's Day, I don't think I don't have to go to the UN. I don't think it needs to be discussed by that worthless body. But I think that there needs to be like, maybe a referendum, like Brexit. Like we need to have a referendum of like, hey, we're going to make this. I'd like that actually. Okay, here, watch this. All right. I've been told that elections are completely secure and safe. I've been told this. Okay. So, if that's the case, why don't we have more voting of the people now in 2022? Why don't the people really get to decide? I mean, representative government in the 1700s when this stuff was designed, okay, is different than what we have now. I mean, there's no reason why we can't put forth massive referendums on everything and truly let the people decide. And you say, well, why would you let someone in California dictate something that happens in Missouri? Well, it already does. It already does. For instance, we had, and you can think however you want to. We had a pipeline for gas that ran through some part of St. Louis or something, and a federal judge in New York was going to stop the pipeline because an environmental group was upset about it. And this was being done in New York, and we're in Missouri, and they're going to cut off our natural gas. So it's already being done. So why can't we have, I mean, literally we have cell phones. You say, well, those cell phones can be hacked. Now, I've been told that that's not true. The government doesn't use our cell phones to spy on us. That's what I've been told. It's been testified in Congress. I mean, they wouldn't lie, right? Right? Anyway, why can't we vote? Why can't we vote on all this stuff? For instance, hey, does somebody want to start a new holiday? Okay, you write up the proposal. We're going to start. Let it be known that today is going to be, Dr. Pepper Day. I would say Dr. Pepper Day because I literally have a Dr. Pepper sitting in front of me. Maybe there already is a Dr. Pepper Day. If you're Dr. Pepper, perhaps you just start Dr. Pepper Day anyway. You don't even wait for a referendum. Make them stop you. That's the Democrat setup. We'll do it and then make them stop us. Make the court stop us. Make some sort of congressional committee stop us. But we're doing it. We believe this and we're doing it. Anyway, so you have this Dr. Pepper Day, and then you have, do you want, write it out, put it out there. Do you want National Dr. Pepper Day? It's going to be on this day. And then people can just press yes or no on their phone. You don't have to vote. You can abstain. You're not required to vote. But I mean, your good civic duty would be to vote. And do you know how many things we can stop? Do you know how much power we can have over this boondoggle we have right now in the federal government? That's why it's not being done. It's too obvious. That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, think of all the wedge issues that politicians throw in our face. Okay. You could still spend your money lobbying. You could just make commercials and buy ads. Here's one. Do you want to go to war with Russia? Put it on the phone. I don't want to hear what the punditry wants to do. I don't care. You send that to me. I press a button, and that's what we do. To me, no offense. When's the last time a president has actually gone to Congress to declare war on another country? And yet we've spent trillions in Iraq, Afghanistan. All you do is literally, do you want to go to war with Iraq? Yes or no? Click. Now, it'd be good if we were all educated enough to know these issues. It would be good if we had a functioning press that was not a propaganda arm of corporatists. I'm just saying. It'd be nice, but we don't have it. But I don't think the American people are stupid. I think pockets of the American people are confusing. But we could fix so many issues. And you say, well, John, traditionally voter turnout isn't that great. And look, even in my own area, I had these people, we had like a MSD. They voted for a rate increase. Okay. Everyone said that's a great idea. They need more money. Great job, MSD. Well, before the rate increase even got into effect, they came in and asked for another increase, and they got that too. So, I mean, it's not that people always make the right decision. At least it's a decision, and we can kind of move on from that. That's my opinion. I mean, if you're going to say, I've just noticed that arguments are always being used depending on who's in power and who's doing the narrative. And I'm getting kind of tired of it. Why do we need, no offense, this is no party. Why do we need the Congress and Senate to vet a Supreme Court judge? Can't they just put their resume out there and we just vote on that too? Do we really need Congress and the Senate to have anything to do with that? Or I guess it's mostly the Senate. I mean, we could just vote for that. You could just basically every single piece of government could be done daily. Take 4 minutes of your day, click, done. What if a judge, a Supreme Court judge, screws up? Like they have a DUI and then they kill some children. Well, right now, I don't know what would happen. Would they be censured? But, in the world we live in, those people have to get removed immediately. That's what I'm told. So if that did happen, would we just have a vote that says, okay, are we supposed to remove this fellow or this woman? Click. Done. I mean, you say, well, John, you cannot come at me for the votes because I've been told that we always have fair and secure elections. So don't come at me with that argument. So why can't we have it? Well, we've never done it before. So what? There's a lot of things we've never done before, and we do them. Here's one. Okay, watch this. American people. Now, don't poll because polling is absolutely fraught with disinformation. It's how you act. It's framing of the questions gets you the response that you want, and then the press runs with it like, "Oh, look at this." It's stupid. No polls. Not interested. But here's one. Right now, some people say, we don't have any oil and gas. Our production is nothing. We should increase that. Other people are saying, oh, well, we should use windmills. And still other people are like, oh, well, if you want clean energy, we can just do nuclear. And then like there's three competing opinions. Okay. Pick one. American people, what do you want to do? It's done. You say it's the will of what about the rights of the minority? I mean, really, none of us are getting the benefit of the rights of the minority in this situation. Really, none of us are getting the benefits of the rights of the minority. So I don't really care. It's done. It doesn't work anyway. So just vote. Look, and here's how we're going to do it. It's going to be just the popular vote. Now, do I understand the Electoral College? Yes, I do. I like the theory. But I don't think we have to do it. I think we can just do popular vote. And you can look. Here's the other thing. You can have it up for revote every 2 years. Up for revote. Okay. You guys 2 years ago wanted the pipeline across the United States, oil pipeline. Do you still want it? Yes or no? I mean, I don't know. To me, be better than what we have. Better than what we have. This is just sad. At 44, I've just decided that it's just sad. The whole mechanism is just, ugh. I don't know. And okay, here we go. Are you going to make the argument to me that the people, their voices don't matter? Well, then you should make that more clear. We have to have representative government because we really don't want the people to decide. Then that's fine. That's a fine argument. I'll take that. But make it, make it a solid argument. Don't just lie. Don't just lie and say it's. Just come forth with a cogent argument of why people in 2022 can't vote for these issues on their own. Like we don't need Roy Blunt and I are not friends. I've never met him, and he doesn't vote the way I want to, ever. And you say, well, he got the most votes in the... No. He got the machine. The machine got him elected. And I'm tired of the machine. And the other thing is, do we need 6 years for senators? When I hear someone's a wonderful public servant and they've been a public servant for 60 years and their bank account goes from zero to multi-million dollars, I don't feel like something's going on there. Something's going on there. And so rather than term limits, watch this. Rather than term limits, you have the ability to recall somebody immediately. You know what? You're voted in as long as you want. Like let's just say every 2 years you could do your revote for everything. And you say, well, you have to have some continuity in the world. No, you don't. You don't even have it now. Do you think that the policy towards Ukraine and Russia during Trump is the same as it was during Biden, or the same that it was during Obama, or the same that it was during Bush? No. Each administration is different. You say, well, countries won't know how to work with us. If you think that other countries know how to work with the United States right now in our messes, they're like, what is going on over there? Why are you lecturing us? You seem to have problems of your own. Fix them. Then get back to us. Now, some people may not think that. And if I've offended anyone, I apologize. Seriously, sincerely, I went with the role of, hey, we should vote for these decisions. And I don't think it's dumb. And I don't think that people should put up with this. I'm not calling for revolution. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, can't we approach these topics from a different standpoint? Now, in 2022, like, you can incorporate, like, if you believe in the founding fathers, you can incorporate their views or what you have ascribed their views to be into a new setup. You don't have to ditch that. I'm just saying, there was a time when we couldn't have a representative, we couldn't all direct vote. Now we can. Now you want to argue who can vote? That would be interesting. You know why? Because if you broke it down by age, like, and you said you have to vote on your phone, people in their 80s are like, no, I'm not going to do that. It is fascinating. You know, for instance, for me, I've got my YouTube channel. If I were younger, in my 20s, I suspect I could get 200 people watching or subscribing immediately, because, you know, that's how you communicate. 44, my friends they don't really watch YouTube yet. So that would be interesting. There'd be an age problem there. But I just, one person, one vote, everything. And do things get solved? Well, are you arguing that they're solved now? I mean, that's it. That's where I'm at. I mean, is that a wild? Yes, it's a wild idea for me, because I used to not think this way. But that's what I have. Now understand, I didn't even get my live stream right today. Like, I have failed in my live stream. I'm live streaming on a different broadcast than the one I'm supposed to be. I couldn't even hit 3 buttons right. And I'm advocating for a direct vote by the people for all referendums. I'm imperfect as a human. I accept that. Let's go on and look at some houses. That's what you came here for. Well, you didn't come here for that because no one's here. But anyway, let's take a look. Okay, here we go. Bam. Irvine, California. Does anybody know where Irvine, California is? I don't know. Let's look it up. It's in Orange County. It's a master plan city. You can't see anything. I can't even see anything. So very unhelpful. But let's look. You got one for 49 million asking. You've got one for 15 million, and you've got one for 14 million. Okay, let's look at those. Nobody has, like, a Certain has one, or Certier has one, Lux has one, and Coldwell Banker has the big one. Okay, so no one's dominating. The $49,950,000 house has 7 bedrooms, 9.5 baths, about 13,000 square feet, and on a 0.87 acre lot. So a little more than 3/4 of an acre. 69 pictures is a bit much for me, but it is a $50 million house. Sold in 2017. Listed since 2021. Property details. Oh, it's too long. Too long, and I'm not reading it. So here we go. 69 pictures. I mean, that's a pretty view. You got the infinity pool. I don't know when those came to be in vogue, but I really like them. I mean, that's nice. I don't know if there's a person there. I don't know what that is, but it's a beautiful view. I just want to check to make sure I didn't screw this part up here. Okay, I didn't. So you got your kitchen there, your outdoor space. I mean, I guess you're paying for the view here. Is that right? I mean, we haven't gotten in the house. I mean, that's the outdoor cooking area. Still haven't gotten inside. This is inside the courtyard. Still haven't been in the house. Maybe. Oh, look at that. There we go. Now, is that the front door leading into like that area? That's kind of interesting. I've not seen that. Boy, look at that. And I'm guessing you can, like, when you open the door, you can see all the way to the other side. That's really interesting. And so what strikes me in this house, and it's something that Warren Buffett said. Now, I'm not all in on Warren, but he said that people live now better than they ever did. And it's, it's hard to argue with that. I mean, 100 years ago, nobody had a cell phone. And now we've got this. Interesting. A Union Jack, is that what that is? But not just a Union Jack, because there's an American flag there on the pillow. I'm not sure. But you look at these houses, okay, and there's elements of this that you can have in your home, okay? Now, could you have like Italian marble versus like, South Texas marble? Yeah, probably. You probably have to make that sacrifice. But, you can, now, can you have this view? No. But can you have stuff in the house? I mean, like, you go garage sailing, you can pick up this little piece here. It's like nothing that they have, like a pool table. Can you have a pool table at your house? Can you have a bar at your house? Can you have a theater room at your house? I have a theater room at my house. I love it. Can you have a weight room at your house? A sauna? Yeah. I don't know what that is. So all I'm saying is, yes, you can. Yes, you can have these things. You don't have to be a multimillionaire to afford some of these things. And so, I'm just thinking, my mind just went to how I got to fix this live stream for YouTube, and it's not going to be very easy. But anyway, all right. So are you going to spend $50 million on this? I'm not. But someone may, and good for them. Okay, next one, $15.5 million. Now, I'm sure you just have to see these houses to believe them. In person, but I mean, I'm in Missouri. I'm way away. So we got $15,500,000, 6 bedrooms, 7.5 baths, 10,680 square feet on a half-acre lot. I mean, there's a beautiful pool. Can anybody argue that that's not a beautiful pool? So 7-car garage has been on the market for 19 hours. I mean, it's just right there. Listed $228, it says, but it just showed up on the thing. I mean, sold in 2017 for $7 million. I mean, it's double the asking price now. Less than 5 years ago. 69 pictures again. I don't know if we're at the over 50 threshold. To me is like, what are we doing? Beautiful view, right? Oh, look at that. See, this is that. Now, we don't see this very often, but the wall has been like textured. I don't know what I'm looking at, but I think I'm looking like right in the front of the house, like I'm walking through the front door. I don't know about this ladder here. Like, what is that for exactly? I mean, and this house was built in 2007, so it's not like a new new build, and it's not been around since 1920. So, you know, this is a little tacky. And it's not like, what is that, an espresso area? They were big on making the walls more than just plaster in this house. That's like the key right now. Except for this. They had to prove me wrong. I like fireplaces. I don't know if you need one in California. That bathroom is huge. I'm more of a shower guy. Looks like a decent shower. I'm fine with that. That staircase is awesome. And this is a nice house. Now, can I tell the difference between this house and the $50 million house? No. I mean, I like it. I mean, I really do. That sink is unbelievable. All glass. And the staircase is wonderful. I mean, I don't know what this area here is, but it looks nice. And then there's your wine cellar. Everybody needs a wine cellar. Fitness room is huge. Is that like a hair salon they've got in there? Looks nice. They've got these really rich looking cars. Everyone loves rich looking cars. I like the house. We went 65 pictures in before I gave up. That's 15 million. Now here's one for 14 million. 6 bedrooms, 7.5 baths, 10,934 square feet. Same zip code. Like what, $1 million less? It's got a bigger lot. 75 pictures is too much for me. Built in 2010, it's 3 years newer than the other house. 6-car garage. Property history just listed, 2022. Let's see the details. Too big. I don't want to read it. I mean, look at that view. Look at that pool. Love the pool. And the pool with the hot tub in there. I think that's the way to go. I mean, manicured gardens. Obviously, the beautiful view. House is gorgeous. House is right next to another house, but that's fine. I'd like to get inside the house, please. Okay, now we're in the house. Thank you. 22 pictures in. I mean, beautiful kitchen. Just beautiful. I mean, look at that view. Staircase is not as dramatic as the other house. And the walls, I mean, the one has just everything done on the walls. This one doesn't. This is just plaster. It's got a wine cellar. Now we're back outside. Got outdoor space. That's great. Now we're back inside. Now look, I've never listed a $14 million house in California, so I don't know how to do it. This is an odd bathroom thing. It's cool, right? It's a nice house. Got a theater room, so that's okay. Got like a massage room there. I don't know. I'm buying the house in the middle. Am I a bad person for that? Let me know in the comments. I'm done. I'm done with this. Let's look at an article. I am going to do 2 articles today because I'm going to have to set it up in I have a mess. When I get off the live stream, I have a mess, and I'm not proud of it. I'm sorry. Apology not accepted. Apology accepted. I don't know. Let's get into it. So I'm under the impression that houses are a little bit too expensive for people right now. And I've got this messed up. Boy, oh boy. I really thought I had a good thing going, and I just got a mess. You know what I should do? I had to change that. I need to see if like YouTube still lets me broadcast, because I've said some inflammatory things that are against the narrative. It says I'm still live. Pretty excited. Pretty good there. Watch me get penalized for having a different stream at the time that I scheduled the other one. Won't that be great? Maybe I can edit the stream for tomorrow. I don't know, guys. If I get like you say, well, what if you do get punished? Nobody's watching anyway. That's true. All right, let's look into this article. It says households priced out by higher prices and interest rates. Yes. Increases in house prices and interest rates have an obvious impact on housing affordability. Often stakeholders are interested in increases due to changes in government regulation. National Association of Homebuyers priced out methodology provides a convenient way of putting these changes in context. An AHB's latest estimates show that nationally 87.5 million households, or roughly 69% of all U.S. households, are already unable to afford the median priced new home. Now they've got it $412. I saw it as low as $350. I've always thought it was $412. I've always been above $4. $1,000 increase in the price of that median priced new home will further price 117,932 U.S. households out of the market. Based on their incomes and standard underwriting criteria, these households would be able to qualify for a mortgage to purchase the home before the price increase, but not afterward. Similarly priced out estimates are available for individual states and over 300 metro areas. The affordability pyramid, the priced out methodology, can also be used to generate housing affordability pyramid, which shows that as the price of a home increases, the number of households in each tier that are able to afford it decreases. So I think this is good. I think that it's good to have this. It says a related issue is the difference between builder costs and the final price of a new home. When government imposed fees, changes in regulations, or other factors increase costs for a builder or developer, the final price of the home to the buyer will usually go up by more than the increase in the cost, as related costs such as financing, broker commissions, and margins required to get construction loans underwritten also rise. The National Association of Homebuyers estimates that these add-on charges range from 0% if a fee is imposed directly on buyers to 30% if cost is incurred when applying for site development approval. And then you have interest rate increases. Prospective home buyers are also adversely affected when interest rates rise. The National Association of Home Buyer priced out estimates show that depending on the starting rate, quarter-point increase in the rate of 3.5% with 0 points on a 30-year fixed rate mortgage can price over 1.1 million households out of the market for a median price home. So let's see if this will come up. Here's your table of individuals priced out of the market by $1,000 price increase in 2022. And if you go to Missouri, which is where we are, it says a median new home price in Missouri is $363,480. The income needed to qualify for that is $88,621. I don't know what all means. Households, who can afford the median price? This is the number of households that can. Okay, so 747,000, and then who can't? 1,000,007, and so 3,273 households are priced out of the market if it rises by $1,000. That's pretty interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Are we done? Let's look at the housing affordability pyramid. 36% can afford a house 0 to 150,000. But let's just get to the median. Only 11.4% of U.S. households can afford a median priced home based on income in 2022. I mean, that is like what you want to me is you want nice spacing here. Like 36, 35, 33, 32, 31, and you don't have that. I'm not complaining. This is the way it is, right? This is an observation. I like the way this looks though. But I'm not being a jerk. I don't think. But wouldn't you like to see on the 0 to 150 price range 75%, 80%, 85% of American families could afford that home? From the perspective of, it doesn't seem like we care about what I define affordability as you have a job, you can afford a place to live, you can afford some food, and you can live a good life. Not you're homeless and so here's affordable housing for you. That's not affordable housing for me. Anyway, interesting. Nice to see the National Association of Home Builders try to put like money, try to put a graph, try to put some sort of information into seeing what's going on. Now, it'll be interesting to see if they release any other statistics over time. Do they make updates to any of these things? And then maybe we would see them and be able to bring them to you. Okay. Now I wanted to see this. I don't know. Did they do that to me? Yeah. RIS Media and I are not friends. This one I want to get to tomorrow. I don't want to do the black homeowners, and I don't want to do that one right now. I want to do it tomorrow. So let's go down. Let's go here. So I didn't get one of the articles done today, and I'm sorry. Here we go. All right. So was today the best live stream I've ever done? I don't know. The reason why I don't know is I don't have anybody viewing it. And I don't know if it'll come in the algorithm later and people will watch it or if it's just going to fail. I thought I did a lot though to explain like my position on things, not in a negative way. Other than that, I just wanted to say thank you for watching when you do end up watching. If you could subscribe, that would be helpful. That'd be very helpful, and I'd appreciate it. But you do what you need to do. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you tomorrow, same time, and I'll actually